Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Brandon Coin YouTube channel, and prices are falling on all kinds of coins. Network hash rate is going down on a lot of coins, and that means, yes, it is time to start mining because yield, or the amount of actual coins you get, is going up. So not everything's bad when price goes down. Now, specifically here, we're gonna be doing a little bit of warthog mining with some of these old Xeon towers that I have. So I'm just slotting a graphics card into them and powering them up, throwing them on Hive, and then mining some warthog. Let's go ahead and jump inside and see how this little setup right here is gonna perform. Now, on this machine, it is a 4-core, 8-thread Xeon, and this is a RTX 2060 in here. So nothing crazy, nothing modern, and all pretty cheap. These server towers, I ended up picking them up for a decent deal, but most people can find them in their area anywhere from like 50 to 100 bucks. I'm actually reselling these, or some of these, on the Jelly Bay, I think for 90. I'm not exactly sure, don't quote me on that. But anyway, these are the Lenovo ThinkStations, and they have the E3 series Xeons in them. And they also have a DVD CD drive in case you need to burn some CDs. But yeah, let's jump inside. I only have 4 gigs of RAM in this one. You don't need a ton of RAM to mine Warthog, but you do need a CPU and a GPU. So you can't use like a traditional old school like Ethereum mining rig for mining Warthog that has like a bunch of GPUs all on a single CPU, because the CPU and the GPU end up working together in tandem to mine Warthog. So if you don't have enough CPU power and you have way too much GPU power, you're not going to get a good hash rate for that combination. Realistically, 1 GPU to 1 CPU, and you want them to be matched up. So you don't want to have a crazy new like 5090 GPU with a super old i3. But since that's an older Xeon, an older, graphics card pairs up pretty decent. Now, let's run inside and see what we're mining hash rate wise and see how profitable or unprofitable. And spoiler alert, it's not profitable. Most GPU mining's not profitable, but we're trying to get our hands on coins right now. All right, guys, so I'm inside, and the RTX 2060 with this Xeon 1225, which is a 4-core Xeon, is doing 116 mega hash. So it's not doing a ton of hash power. And if we go over to the mining calculator, let's get a fresh refresh on this. So 0.116 comes out to about 0.79 coins per day, or about 12 cents, and 5.5 a week, and then 23.7 a month. So I could let this run, stack up a little bit of coins, and go from there. Now, looking up the TDP on this chip, I believe it was a 60-watt TDP chip, and then this RTX 2060 says it's doing 120 watts, so we're somewhere in the range of sub 200 watts, which is still unprofitable. If we do some rough math here, let's pull this up. Let's say, for the sake of trying to give it the best case scenario, 180 watts times 24 hours divided by 1,000 gives us that 4.3 kilowatts times my electric rate at 14 cents. I'm burning 60 cents a day to make, 12 cents worth of Warthog. Now, obviously, that 0.7 Warthog, if that 0.79 Warthog went up to, $1 per coin, we'd be mining 79 cents a day, or 5.5 a week. If it went to $2, that'd be $1.58 a day. Now, this is not a video about financial advice or what you should do or shouldn't do. I'm just getting back into turning a couple rigs on. I'm probably going to spread them around the house. I don't know if I'm just going to mine Warthog. I'm going to dive into some other things as well. Maybe some other coins that I could do, dedicated on the GPU, and then something else on the CPU, because right now Warthog's just not looking great. but I do want to stack more Warthog in my bag. So probably this system doesn't make the most sense for it. I'll probably put something that'll be more efficient, like a Ryzen, but it is possible. You can do it on just about anything, especially in the wintertime. This is the best time to do any kind of speculative mining where you might be losing money on it, but you know, these 200 watts that it's burning, especially if it's inside my house, it's just helping heat my house, and I don't have to run my electric heat that much more. And no heater I've ever had has paid me any amount of coins, period. So anyway, guys, I wanted to thank y'all for coming out. I really do appreciate it. If you have any recommendations, I'm leaning towards like Monero on the CPU and maybe Fyro on the GPU. But I'd love for you guys to drop those recommendations down below, and I'll add it in, and maybe that's the next video. We'll get a couple of these bad boys spooled up and put them around the house. All right, guys, peace out. I'll see you on the flip side. Adios.